Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Sam and Max figures from Boss Fight Studios. You can see them right there in front of their boxes. We'll put them off to the side for now because we're going to take a look at these boxes individually. Going to go off, start with Max. You can see, there's a little sticker there. It says Max, Sam and Max. Got them right in the DeSoto and all that stuff. You know, you can see the window up here. You can see them outlined with Max up there and the Boss Fight Studios. The little thing also says, this is not a toy. Adult collectible for ages 15 plus. It's a toy, but just for adults. And you got a little bit of a artwork there on the side, which I'll get into in a little bit. Number 1 on this side, you got some of the various accessories and stuff that Max comes with. A little Steve Purcell signature right there. On the bottom, you have more or less a barcode and a cockroach riding rat, which makes sense in context, and barcodes and QR codes and Boss Fight Studios and whatnot. You can look at all that. On the back here, you have, again, Max and Sam, and right there, and the self-appointed freelance police are the stars of video games, comics, and animated series. These roguish scamps doling out swift, blunt force justice now the posable action figures you never realized you need. And also here, you also got a nice little comic by Steve Purcell. I believe this is a brand new one. I've never seen it before. They got these figures, so yeah, brand new comic. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Sam is mostly the same, except he's got a Sam sticker. You can see Sam up top there. On the top side here, you got the his accessories, and on same thing on the back and everything. Same thing on the bottom. And hey, look, more artwork in the number 2 on the side, and it looks kind of similar. But oh, hey, look, you can take these and put them together, and there you go. You got one big piece of artwork. So yeah, there's the packaging. Pretty nice packaging, I have to say. Now, let's take a look at the figures here. Yeah, these two cost the same amount of money, although you can see all clear size difference. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Max here first. And you can see there he is a rabbity thing, very much white. Yeah, he even got a little navel picked down detail. But yeah, he's got big old sharp teeth, his beady eyes, his little pink nose, his football-shaped head, and all that stuff. And he's a nice little figure. I do like this a lot. It's got a nice little look to it. You got to even see his tongue picked out a little bit in there, the pink ear and the ears and everything. He just looks nice and kind of cute, but also kind of menacing at the same time, which is kind of Max's MO. Yeah, he's also got I believe this is a ball jointed head. So yeah, you got left and right, up and down. You got a bit of wiggle. You also got the ears, which I believe they can't move because the way they are clipped in, so you can't really move those, unfortunately. Shoulders are on pin discs of some sort, so you can forward and backwards, all around. You got outward. They kind of only goes up that far before they hit the head, although I believe you can get a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not sure. Elbows can bend about yay far, comfortable enough. The wrist can swivel. There is no hips, or excuse me, there is no waist on this one, but he does have hips which go forward and back. Outward is kind of limited, I think. Yeah, outward's a little limited, unfortunately, due to sculpting. You got about that much. Knees can bend about that far. The knees can swivel as well. And yeah, that's your posability. And down here, you got some copyrights in the little peg holes because pegs, typical figure stands if you need them, but. He's got big old feet, so he's pretty solid. He doesn't really need those. Now, Sam here, he is a canine Seamus. About 6 feet tall or so, and loves food. I don't blame him. Yeah, you can see here he has this nice little pale bluish gray suit with his blue and black striped tie. He's got his little hat and everything. He's got even little cufflinks or buttons or whatever you want to call them. Picked out in like copper or goldy color there. You can see his white undershirt, and even you can see his belt, black and belt with a gold belt buckle and everything underneath the coat. So yeah, again, beady eyes. Got a big old smiles, pink tongue picked out in there, and everything. His hat does come off, and he has little hairs, like he's supposed to, because his hat. Yeah, his hat does come off, which is nice, and it actually can suction on there pretty securely, somewhat securely. You just kind of give it a little push and it'll get on there pretty good. Yeah, again, it looks really nice. He even got little weird bumps on his feet for his toes. But yeah, Articulation, also a ball jointed head, although kind of weirdly limited due to the sculpting. So they got, left and right. He's got a tiny bit of up and down, but not a lot. And his the waggle is there, but again, kind of limited due to the sculpting and the shoulders and everything. Shoulders can also go, all the way around. They go out about that far before they kind of hit the limit of the sculpting. You got that elbow bend. That also acts as a swivel. I believe that's the other thing. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, I believe that is also a swivel. Yeah, it's a swivel on Max as well. I forgot to mention that. Wrists can swivel. Yeah, they don't really do anything else. They can swivel those. Oop, I just knocked that off. I believe his waist can swivel as well. It's underneath the coat. You can see that. And also, he can crunch quite a bit. And I believe, I think it's a ball joint, so you can also go side to side as well. So that's pretty cool. His hips can go forward. And this is also kind of a soft plastic, so it, gets out of the way pretty easily. Hips go forward about that far. Back that far. Outward. Pretty good, actually, there. They also, because that's a big old ball joint, so you can also get a bit of swivel there. You got a knee joint, which goes about that far. And then the knee, I believe, can also, the knee can also swivel. There. That's also a bit stiff. I'll get into that. The feet can go forward and back a little bit, about one click. And you also got a bit of tilt, about that much tilt there. So yeah, that's his posability. Yeah, I really like these figures. I really like Sam Max, and just love. I've played most of the games. I haven't finished the original Hit the Road, but I've read the comics. I've played the Telltale games. Watched the old TV series. They're fun. And yeah, these are the figures by them. And obviously there's more to them than that. I mean, there's these are just figures. What about all the other stuff? Well, good thing. Now there comes plenty of other things, including a bunch of swappable hands. You got these open kind of clawing at you hands for Max. You got two of them, one for each. And you got these, they kind of claw at people if you want or whatever. He's gonna come and get you. I'm gonna refocus that. There we go. Yeah, so he's got these hands. He's got a pointing hand for the right, and he's got his little poke you in the eyes hand. And he's got fists for when, you actually got to go punch the bad guys. Because, sometimes justice is swift and violent. He's also got a hammer, which, in case you need to get really violent. And he's got his gun, which in case you need to get extra violent. Also a little rat. I believe this is Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy the Rat. Probably. Or just a rat, I'm not sure. But yeah, he doesn't pose or anything. But it's, he can stand just fine. Well, as long as you don't throw him on the ground. Yeah, he can stand just fine. And a phone, because, despite the fact that, Max will never answer the phone except when hell freezes over. This does open up, this is kind of just a soft rubber, so you can't really stretch it. I wouldn't risk stretching anyway. Then again, you got the little rotor right there. That's the thing. And he's got two alternate heads, big old grin right there, and guess the mouthless version. Yeah, get those. And for Sam here, you got his big old gun, which is bent, that is correct. That is not, if you get one and it looks like this, that is not an error. That is just based on the line art, and that is based on the artwork. It is supposed to look like that. Don't worry. Also, they got the grips picked out. Nice little textured grips. He also has a popsicle because why not have a good snack when you're on the road? He's got a Max puppet from that one time when Max kind of disintegrated. He's got these open hands, two of them. You see those? Two open hands. And two fists. And two alternate heads, one of which is kind of a curious head. You can see a kind of a curious, kind of interested, or surprised face. And angry because someone just called him a gruff again head. Yeah. There's another thing which it's never been actually nice enough to get a little warning of on the when I got these. There's a little warning slip inside the box. It's something that most toy people know about, but which basically, when you go to swap stuff, they said if there's a lot of resistance, like it takes a lot to pull it off, go ahead and heat it up with either hot water or like a hair dryer before you try to force it. Because if you try to force it, you might break something. These aren't exactly the thickest pegs, so it's like there's a good chance you might break something by mistake. So just be careful. Yeah, you saw how much force that. It's like that was after warming up. Cause yeah, I did have to warm up some of it. Also, that's the other thing is some of the joints are really stiff. Then I'll again just warm them up a bit. But yeah, it's a pretty simple swapping method. Just peg it on. Now you can you can pretend Max is still here. Sometimes you can still hear his voice. So there's that. Yeah, it's pretty simple to swap these. It's just pull. Although again, just the nature of sometimes you guys gotta be careful. Yeah, that just popped off. Yeah. Let's give him a fist. Actually, yeah, these are. I don't think I heated these up enough. Yeah, those aren't going to go in very well with this one. That one in. There we go. Head is also the similar thing. Just pop that off. Give him his angry head. Now the problem here is this because it moves all over the place. It comes to be a little difficult to get the head actually on without. Right, had to actually heat it up a little bit more. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, because I guess he's mad now. Which yeah, these are also the default hands are the gun hands. You can see you can tell it's they got the kind of the trigger finger, and you kind of it's pliable plastic, so you just kind of have to more or less squeeze it in, which can be a little scary the first time you do it because you have to squeeze it in and everything. But there you go. You can hold that. Someone just tried to hurt his little buddy. So now you can smash out some swift justice. I believe, yeah, this is also the same sort of hand you use to. You can't really hold these super solidly, but that one actually kind of works. You kind of wedge it in, but yeah, it holds in those hands. So you got that. With Max, you have to actually pull the ears off. Again, I know I pulled this off before and heated it up, so I think it actually needs to be redone. So it's because it's been a bit, which that sucks. Oh, there it goes. Let's put the big grin on. Right. Put those in. Also, these are helpfully labeled with R's and L's, so you know which ear is which. There we go. And he's also, this is the default is the gun holding hand. Yeah. This one is actually a little easier to get in the hand than Sam's is. I noticed, mostly because it's shaped better, I think, for it. But you also can hold his hammer. The hammer you can. This one you don't want to slide in because you can see that this hammer is a little the way it's shaped. So you have to kind of again squeeze it past the fingers. But then now he's armed for both long range and melee. How about that? So yeah. The accessories, they kind of hold them. You got the various hands. As you can see the swapping on those. See how that works. So yeah, again, good little figures have a good decent number of accessories. And whatnot. And Sam's really posable. Max is pretty posable. Again, he's missing a waist joint and ankle tilts and all that stuff, but he's got a lot of posability and all that stuff. So Sam Max is a little compromised, I suspect, just because of the nature of the thing. Nature of just his height. He is smaller, so he's just a little compromised because of that. But Sam's really good. They both, Max has more accessories to compensate for the smaller height and everything because they're the same price and all that. So, yeah, I rather like them. I do really like the Sam and Max stuff, like I said. So for me, these were when these were announced, I was really excited for them. I got them. I was waiting for them. I had them pre-ordered for a while, and then it turns out they're actually in stock at Boss Fight Studio. You can buy them directly from them. That's where I got them. And so because everyone else, the other places were like it's just pre-order and still pre-order at this point for whatever reason. Yeah, these are good figures. I rather like them. Really pay attention to when they say, when they say if it's stiff, don't force it. They mean it. Don't force it. Don't do. I kind of did that with this head, but it still works. It's just I know I already heated it up once. It's just I know some of this stuff is a little more stubborn than others. But yeah. I rather like these guys a lot. I recommend picking if you're a fan of Sam and Max, definitely pick these guys up. They're definitely worth it. I would say that. The only thing is they are $40 a pop for both of them. So yeah, the thing is I'm reviewing them together because it's Sam and Max. You don't buy one without the other. So it's going to be an $80 expense for the two of them. I think it's worth it. They do come with a lot of accessories. They're really they're both, Sam's really posable. Max is pretty posable, all that stuff. And they're, again, really nicely detailed and they look like the artwork and whatnot. But yeah, it is about $80 for the set. And I find it worth it personally. But yeah, if you're big into Sam and Max, you're probably considering picking these guys up if you haven't already. I just think they're really nice. And they come with a lot of accessories, and they're really fun. And the only thing is, again, heed that warning of heating things up so that things move a little easier. But yeah, like I said, I got them directly from Boss Fight Studios. That's at $40 each. I believe Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth both have them up for pre-order if you want to get them that way, because I believe they will have cheaper shipping, but you just have to wait to get them. With those toy stores, you have to wait because they don't have them in stock yet, but you can get them now from Boss Fight Studios. So any which way, there's your options. I think they're worth picking up. I like them a lot, and they also have really nice boxes and everything too. And they come with the holes for the figure stands and whatnot. So that's it. I hope you like this. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out Coffee and Patreon and all those things. And I should see you next time with a probably more robotic Transformers review.